Morning, people. How are we this morning? All three of us in here. Two of us. One of us left. Let's see who shows up. If anybody. I mean, it's only 5 o'clock in the morning here. Cheeky Monkey, good morning. Yeah, I've been up for a while. Catching up on the Discord and YouTube and such. And since I didn't see anybody live, I figured, hey, I'll take my opportunity and go live. See who shows up. Hey, Chris. Good morning. Catching all the Brits. Yeah, sometimes it's fun. I'm lucky to be in a couple of pretty good servers that don't have a lot of drama. One's private. Some of the others they get a little bit, but not too much. Good morning, B Sweden. Just having a little bit of coffee, waking up, random bastard. Good morning. Seeing who's up. Kind of laughing at old DDT. He seems to think he can take on Jimmy and win. Right on. Hey, uncontrollable. And how are you this fine morning? Yeah. It was kind of quiet this weekend. Not too many crazy 12-hour long live streams. Oh, doing good, doing good. Tormin tried to break out of his cage again. He grabbed the other door, started tearing it apart. So I had to put another piece of wood on the bottom of his cage down there on the lower left. So hopefully pretty soon I'll be moving in to the new place, and he'll have a way bigger enclosure. And that's coming soon. Nah, he's just when he's roaming around the cage there, he'll start digging, and well, he hooked his claws underneath part of that plexiglass, and he's getting big enough to where he can actually do some damage now. And I bought some pretty thin plexiglass for that when I initially got that. And he just yanked it and pulled about 3 inches off the corner. He didn't shatter it like he did the other one on the other side. And he grabbed the one on the other side, it split all the way up the middle. So I had to do the whole sheet because I didn't want him getting stuck in there and slicing himself up and all that. So, and I'm spending most of the money that I get now on his new cage, his new enclosure to new house. So this is all just temporary. Once that new one gets done, I'll fix that one up and either sell it or maybe get a different lizard, one that won't grow out of that cage. I'll take all that wire and shit down on the inside and maybe get the plexiglass thick enough to where I could get those sliding doors. Just put the sliders in on the tracks. That should be fairly easy to do. Wow, Scott, you're on it. Yeah, it should be interesting. Should go over there and film it and show you where he's going and the plans for it. It would be a good video. the progress of it, I think. Then I could actually make a playlist. Ooh. Have my first playlist. There's my rotten black dog coming in from wandering the neighborhood. Hey, where are you going? Morning, Pilot. I figured I'd actually catch some time when nobody else is live. With all 7 of my viewers. You guys rock. Had 10. Well, had 7. Had 6. Oh well. What's the news today? I don't really know. I seen DDT was thinking he's getting the better of Jimmy, which is kind of funny. Somebody that, well, DDT, wasn't he the guy that was on the Steve Wilkos show about being somebody's father and having a paternity test? And yeah. And they're believing Bird. Yeah. Jerry. No doubt. Yeah, Pulliam is pretty freaking stupid. Johnny Boy with him. I mean, can you look even more like a cuck than to let Pulliam cuff you and take you to jail? I mean, my God. Here, let me effeminate myself and you cuff me up and take me to jail. Oh my God. That was, I couldn't believe somebody had actually let him do that. Yeah, that was a good video. Oh, yeah, most definitely. All the way back to Leon Valley when he said there was a snitch, and he said it was OG2. Well, gee, I remember there was a video of him talking to Salvaggio the night before the protest. Seems to me that he's the snitch. He being Earl. Wish I had that. I'd damn sure show it. It's out there, cheeky monkey, if you wanted to add that. Huh. Well, it's if you tell it enough times, you're gonna you're gonna believe it. So I mean that's what the media does. They keep spouting it over and over and over and over again. Eventually, it becomes the truth, don't it? And some black powder ones as well. But he has to try and get that war chest up. I mean, the only people I know that keep money like that in little envelopes hidden away are criminals who don't want the IRS to know that they have that money. Yeah, it's coming, Earl. It's coming fast too. It's already May 20 or April 25th. 5 more days in this month, and then only 14 more days till your bond revocation hearing. TikTok, Earl. TikTok. Goes by fast. Oh, that's funny. Kind of amazing. See if I can find somebody to come up here on panel. Oh, no doubt. That would be hilarious. Love to see that. That would just even see Jack get arrested again and watch him pull them shoulders tight again. Watch him scream like a little girl. That would really just want to see Patty get tased, though. Is that like weird? I mean, we all know that Floyd's going to get shot one of these days for his stupid antics, which would, you know, that'd suck, but it's going to happen because he knows best in his mind. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Let me see if I can find that. There was petition going around. There it is. This one. You guys click on that and that'll help get rid of that piece of shit furry. I mean, it should help. It's at 1:26 yesterday, pilot. Yesterday afternoon. In the general, Felipe posted it. But yeah, if you guys want to spread that around everywhere, that would be sweet. Yeah, right. Sure he is. Floyd's not going to retire. He probably forgot he was saying that as soon as it came out of his mouth. Just like all the advice that he's been given, you know. Oh yeah, I'll do what you say, or I'll think about it. And then as soon as you're done talking, he forgets about it. But yeah, that's just a sign your name thing, and that'll help get rid of that bigoted piece of shit. At least get her taken off of YouTube. Get enough people speaking out about it. That's my feelings on it. Since YouTube seems to be having a hard time doing it. Maybe they need a little bit more help convincing them. So nobody wants to come up on panel? I need somebody to talk to. Not that I don't like talking to chat, because the chat is what makes the channel. Panel shy. Right? Right. Alex was panel shy. She did a pretty good job her first time. That was a heck of a good show. I wonder if Shiva still has the brown bottle flu. He was he tied a pretty good one on, I guess. Seen him typing in chat yesterday. So good morning, Blue Eyes. And how are you this fine morning? Are you going to come up on panel? Are you panel shy as well? Yeah, a cup of coffee is always good in the morning. Of course, I drink it pretty much 24/7. It's good for the soul. Cool. Has anybody watched that Mortal Kombat movie? Yeah, I watched it last night or this morning. And yeah, it's all right. I don't think it was as good as the first one. How about you, Pilot? Did you see it yet? Mortal Kombat, the new one that just came out. I mean, the special effects in it were okay. Good morning, lunatic. How are you this fine morning? Come up on panel. We could talk about things and stuff and shit. Oh, nice. What are you barbecuing? Beef, chicken, pork, fish, surf and turf? Burgers and sausage. Nice. Yeah, I've been having all of this wonderful South Beach diet food that you throw in a microwave. The only thing I get to cook is like a quarter cup of rice that I throw that I make to go with it because it's just not enough for me. So I make a quarter cup of rice and but it, yeah. Here's Blue Eyes. Sorry.
Good morning, sunshine.
Good morning. Yeah, I was off on a little tangent there. Didn't see you come up.
I just got here. Yeah.
But yeah, it's that wonderful, wonderful South Beach diet food. But I am losing weight, so that's a good thing.
How are you doing it?
Oh, the South Beach diet,
I don't know about that.
that and a stationary bicycle. I do them, get on it, and I'll ride for a mile every other day.
Nice. Well, here's to the first cup of coffee.
Oh no, I
Mm.
I always have a pot of coffee in, going. There's Crazy Dingo. Good morning or
Do
good
you
evening.
drink all day?
Hello, and hello, Blue Eyes.
Hey,
Well,
good morning.
What was that, Blue Eyes?
I said, do you drink coffee all day long?
Yes,
Oh my.
it's yeah, it's fresh ground and
Mm.
Shouldn't drink coffee all day long.
Let me see if I can change my avatar.
well, I'll have a couple glasses of water also, and a couple of South Beach diet shakes as well as part of my diet. They come in little packages that you add,
That's all right. I was joking around. I know people that drink coffee all day long.
that you add water to.
Yeah, it's not really that bad for you. Not like they used to say. They've actually some medical people have said that coffee's good for you.
Yeah, just like wine was good for you, then it was bad for you, then it's good for you. I mean,
And now they're putting butter in their coffee. Go figure.
yeah, and
Ugh.
breathing was bad for you, and now it's good for you. And yeah,
Are you feeling better, Dingo? Did you have get a little upset last night?
Yes, I did. Anzac Day here, and my dad's birthday, and my dad passed away 10 years ago, and it
Hmm.
just all hit me at one time.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's a rough time. I just lost my mom about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it is a rough time. My dad and I used to always spend time together on his birthday and go and do things, and we always had enjoyable times. And just
Yeah,
over the years since he's passed away, it's always been a hard time for me.
Yo, Jimmy.
yeah,
Yeah, my parents are getting up there in age.
yeah,
They've already got their plans set out. They're going to be cremated, and they've already got every. I mean, their plans are already all done, and what they want done, and who's getting what, and everything. So they're set.
yeah. I mean, I'm around it. It's what I do for a living, but man, and my mom had it all planned out, but it's still kick you in the gut.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a family member, that you've lived with all your life, that you've had
Yeah,
in your life. I mean,
Yeah, it does kick you in the butt or in the gut. It kicks you hard. But my dad had everything all planned out. He got cremated, and he made note in his will that his ashes were sent over to England to his sister, which we did do.
hmm. I was lucky. I just have a good family, good mom, good memories. Not everybody has that, so
Oh, I had some bad memories, but mainly, yeah. But a lot of I've got a hell of a lot of good memories. My mum's still alive, um, but I've got a hell of a lot of good memories that from my dad, which is good,
yeah,
and I can sit back and think back on them. And it's like they say, they might be past, but if you've still got the memories of the good times, they're still alive.
yeah. Especially when
absolutely.
all of a sudden you just get that little smile on your face and you're the only one thinking about it. That's good.
Well, that's it. So, what's been happening with you, Sass?
Not much. I was just catching up on videos. I woke up, I don't know, I guess around midnight. There wasn't much going on, so I caught up on videos and looked in Discord and seen that there wasn't much going on there. So I turned on the movies and I watched the
Mortal-
new Mortal Kombat. And, eh,
Is that the new one or the old
yeah,
one?
the new one.
Yeah, I want to see that, but it's not here yet.
Well, if you can stream HBO, you can.
Yeah, no, we haven't got HBO here, which is a shame.
Yeah, I won't spoil it for you.
Yeah, I'm just interested in watching it, mainly for the special effects and the CGI work that's in it.
It's okay.
Oh, okay, it's okay. Okay, then leave it at that.
Yeah,
How's Tallman going?
he's he's doing good. He had a big rat the other day. I bought bigger rats this time around, so
Hmm.
I only have to feed him one instead of two or three. I got,
What
I
type of
got.
lizard is it?
He's an Asian water monitor.
Hmm.
Well, saw some chicken necks out this morning.
Well, what's the difference between what you have and what, let's say, what's going rampant in Florida?
Well, the iguanas are what's pretty much rampant in Florida, and the iguanas they're mostly vegetarian,
Okay.
and he's a meat eater, basically a scavenger.
Oh.
He'll hunt down pretty much anything.
Then why? I wonder why they're so, upset in Florida that there's so many. They're harming the.
Well, it's that, and they're mainly mad about the Burmese pythons and that, and the tegus and all the non-native species that they're actually devastating the native wildlife there. They're eating their food, and
Yeah.
the Burmese pythons are eating all the game that.
Yeah. I know when
Other-
they have a cold snap, the lizards fall out of the tree.
Well, yeah, but that still don't get them all. I mean,
Mm-mm. It doesn't kill them. It just kind of slows them down.
but their laws there are making it hard for the breeders, and there's one guy down there that does tegus. He goes out and he captures tegus, and he'll sell them to people because tegus they tame up real fast, and they make really good pets. I mean, really good pets, and he takes them out of the wild and he sells them. Well, with this new law that they have down there, he can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah,
the green one?
He can't take the black and white tegu, Argentine tegus, and all that. He cannot take them out of the wild anymore. He can't breed them anymore. What he has is all he has, and once those are gone, that's it.
Yeah, it's kind of grandfathered in as what he has.
Well, yeah, and that's it. He can't get any more. He can't
Yeah.
breed what he has, so he can't make any more. He's basically has to get rid of what he has, and then he's done. And he's been doing such a good thing by pulling these things out of the out of nature down there.
I think they got a bounty on their heads now. That and the pythons.
Oh yeah, the pythons do.
So
But
did the big old green.
Now they're making it so the people can't take them and keep them. There's a law out there in New York that you can't transport the certain animals. Well, that's going to kill the pet trade. You can't transport the food for these animals or anything like that. So people are going to have to go out of state to get the supplies that they need. I mean, it's getting crazy. And one of the main backers is that Humane Society of the United States, and they give like 10% of it to the animals. The rest of it all goes towards the lobbyists to enact these frickin' laws that don't help the animals whatsoever. All it does is it blocks people from being able to own pets responsibly, you know.
Right. That's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean,
I can see the good in it and the bad, I guess. Whether you're a lizard lover or not.
oh yeah, like there's like the guys that do the school education, you know, where they bring a bunch of animals to the schools, you know, to show kids, you know,
Uh-huh.
help them learn about it. They can't do that anymore in Washington. They've stopped that.
That's too bad. That's too bad. Mm.
That's because some politician that knows nothing about these animals believe some lobbyist that gave him a bunch of money said, "Here, pass this bill," and he did. Yes. And you know, they pretty soon they're going to be coming after cats and dogs. It's not going to be much longer.
Everything's gonna. They just want to regulate everything.
Well, yeah, well, no, they're not
Well,
going to. They're not going to allow you to have cats and dogs, horses, goats, whatever.
Well, over here in West Australia, I don't know any other part of Australia, but if you got a cat, your cat, and you're not a breeder, your cat has got to be desexed, microchipped, and registered. You've got to be bloody lot. It's got to be registered, and it's got to have its tag on at all times, and you can't let it out of a night time after 7 o'clock. And if it goes out, it's got to be in by 7 o'clock in the morning.
wow.
Yeah,
For a
it's
cat.
because they're trying to control the feral cats. There's a lot of feral cats over here, especially down the southwest WA. They've had major problems with them, and they've actually had guys go out and kill feral cats just to calm them down.
I can see that.
Well, what what they should do is just go and capture as many as you know, capture them and fix them and release them back out. And then
Don't you
that,
have like over in Australia? Maybe I'm just watching too much TV, but don't you have like a massive uh like rats and now cats and just an abundance of
You're talking about the mice plagues.
yeah.
Occasionally, they get the mice plagues in some states, and even with the feral cats around, it doesn't help slow them down. South Australia is one state that gets hit by the mice plague, and what causes it is all the wheat and
Yeah.
they store up. They might have it in sacks and store it up in a shed. The farmer can go in there the next morning and he'll find holes in the sacks, and there's mice all over the place.
I'm talking by the thousand. I don't know what it is. It's something about watching that in a video. You got to check it out. That's not. It just
oh yeah, well that and the cane toad frogs. I mean,
or prairie dog when they're out there. You know, there's too many. They ruin the like if they have cattle. Because they fur all. They're just pinging them off. Like it's just. I don't know.
good afternoon there, Tarquin. No justice.
Yeah, the
Hey Justice. Hey Tarquin.
yeah, canines that have gone wild. They just go around and kill sheep, and if there's any calves, they'll go for them and kill them as well.
Mm.
Jimmy, I hear DDT is kind of going after you. I read that, it cracked me up.
Well, then I can see why they would want to regulate some of these.
Yeah, even cat breeders over here, they've got to be licensed, and they're only allowed to breed so many. Not if this is 100%, but they're only allowed to breed so many litters a year. So I have to check up on that. But I do know. Well, the wife and I used to know a lady, but the wife still know. Well, she's in contact with her on Facebook. She breeds Maine Coons, and if I ever won lotto, I'd buy a Maine Coon cat. I love them.
Yeah, they're big old fluffy, big cats.
I'll have to check out. Say the name again?
Maine Coon.
Mean Coon. Okay. I'll look it up.
When
Would
I
you
was
like me to spell it for you?
Sure, go ahead.
MAINE and then space COON.
they're huge.
Yes, they are very huge. There's a picture of one on the internet where it's laying on a lounge suite or a couch. It nearly takes the whole thing up.
We had an American short hair.
Oh my goodness.
Had a black and white cat that was 25 pounds. Quite a large cat.
Long hair, huh? Those are beautiful.
Yeah, they're beautiful. The Norwegian forest cat, and you've also got the ragdoll cats. The ragdolls, you pick one of them up and it just flops. It doesn't. It doesn't stiffen up or anything.
Like it has no bones.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, is your lizard male or female?
Male.
He's got 2 dongers.
What? Do they really?
Yeah.
Do you breed it?
Not yet.
He's still immature. He can't breed yet.
Oh. Well, how old is he?
He's coming up on 3 years old.
Do you want to breed it? You going to get into making babies?
Not really. That's a lot of work, but I wouldn't mind him getting some. Letting him be a daddy, you know. I mean, that's what he's put on the planet for. I mean, because you got to have the conditions right for the female, and if they don't get along, well, then the female could actually tear him apart. Because females they can be pretty vicious, even though the males are bigger than the females. If she don't want him, she says no, and she can do some damage. And vet bills are really expensive when it comes to lizards. And then you got to think about, well, you got to get an incubator, and you got to keep that for 6 months, because that's how long it takes them to incubate. So, and then you gotta raise them up and feed all the little babies until they're old enough to to
Yeah, you might just want to
ship
take
off
it next door and get some tails.
and, you're talking, I don't know, what, 10, 15 babies, and, you gotta handle them and all that, and get them acclimatized to people. So, they're not freaking wild when they do go to a new home. And it's, that's quite a lot of work for just one guy, you know.
Yeah. So who was on last night? Anybody live? Anything interesting?
Not that I saw.
I did see DDT had a little thing out.
He's a moron.
Yeah, you got to admit these people are fucking interesting.
He's
Just-
fun to laugh at. I mean, him going
Yeah.
at Jimmy is freaking hilarious. Some of the shit that just what I was reading in chat, it's like, oh my god.
I thought it was Paulie he was going after.
Oh yeah, he was, but he went a little bit after Jimmy, but still even going after Paulie. DDT has no room to fucking talk. At least Paulie hasn't been on any fucking TV shows about fucking paternity tests.
Who was on the TV show?
DDT wasn't he?
No, that was he. I thought that was Mama of Many.
What? When
I don't know.
her and DDT hooked up? Aren't they married?
No, that's not DDT. That's DSS.
Oh,
Fuck DSS and Mummy of Many.
oh,
DDT was with Becca.
they sound the same.
What happened to Becca?
She was just on the other night. Having no
Oh,
idea.
right. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I talked to her.
Did she come to her senses and leave DDT?
I don't think they haven't been together for a while, from what I'm understanding.
Huh?
I don't know what really happened. I mean, I can, put a gossip guess in there, but
Nah.
Well, let's start some gossip. Let's start a rumor.
well, it's not really a rumor. It's just I didn't get all the story, so I really don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
we can start a rumor.
No, we
We
can't.
can just say rumor has it. We can't say it's fact.
Rumor has it Blue Eyes wants to play with Sass's lizard.
Yeah. See how easy that was. Easy.
That's not a rumor. I don't know. It looks fun.
It is.
Oh, you silly girl.
Oh my
You
gosh,
just put
not
your
like
foot
that.
right
Okay.
in it.
It just hit me what you were saying.
I play with my lizard all the time.
I get it now. Alrighty.
No, seriously.
Bingo. Don't start no shit. There won't be no shit. That's funny.
Hey, I didn't start it.
Torment's fun to play with.
Huh?
Torment's fun to play with. I just mostly pet him though. Keeps him calm.
It's like I've always said. Sass will let you stroke his lizard.
Yeah.
And Blue Eyes fell for it, Sass.
He's not used
Yes,
to
I
people
did.
though, really. I mean, he's really not. I mean, my family would come in, and like my sister and my brother-in-law, he tends to kind of freak out. Not so much. I mean, he'll sit there and he'll watch them, but if more than 3 or 4 people come in here, like the sister's kids come in here, well, then he'll he'll dive and he'll get underneath his swimming hole and he'll stay there for a while. So he's not used to having a bunch of people, but once he gets his larger enclosure, that should help out. Because he's getting bigger now, and he's not such a little guy. He's getting a lot more bold. So
How old are they when they're mature?
oh,
Is it like dog years?
4 or 5 years.
Okay. Well, then maybe he'll start getting aggressive on you.
No, they don't really get aggressive. I mean, I'm sure he'll go through his teen years but
I'm sorry, Blue Eyes. I caught you out on that one. That wasn't nice of me.
About what?
About
Playing with this lizard?
Yeah.
I like it. That's all right. I got a good sense of humor. I'm not used to being on panel with you guys. You'll get used to me.
well, you should get a lizard. Where do you live?
Florida.
See, you could probably still get one, but
I could probably pluck one out of the trees.
well, you got to get your permits and all that.
I don't want a lizard. No.
I mean, I don't know what part of Florida you live in, but you could maybe get in touch with Kemp Kennan.
Yeah, I think I'm more of a kitty cat kind of person, not a lizard.
Well, he's got a bunch of turtles that he raises up and sells. So
Yeah.
turtles are cool. If you want to cut down on your lawn maintenance and your shrubbery and stuff like that, yeah, turtles are cool. And tortoises and such.
Nah, cats are all right.
Yeah,
I like
cats are
dogs.
great.
I like dogs, but
Yep.
I've got a cat. She's good to have around.
Well, I mean, if you want something inside that you can keep inside, a good starter reptile would be like a rosy boa, a snake.
Yeah.
They're real docile. They're a good looking animal. They'll eat once a week.
I'll stick with a dog or a cat. I'm good.
Okay.
Not everybody's strange, Sass. You got to remember. Mind you, I did have a snake. I'd have to handle it with care. It'd be an inland taipan, one of Australia's deadliest snakes.
Yeah, those are. You gotta be. You gotta have balls to have one of them. Those things. They're on edge all the time. If you move, they're on you.
Yes, and they're quick. That's the thing you got to watch out. But no, I would never own one. Even in captivity, they're dangerous. They've got to get two guys in just to get one out of a bloody pen.
I watch the Viper Keeper a lot, and he's got a lot of really cool venomous snakes. And
I watch those videos when they feed them.
he's got some taipans and cobras and squams. And, I mean, he's got his. I think he's got like one or two non-venomous snakes, but all the rest of them are venomous.
Yeah, but you look at how many times he's been bitten by his venomous snakes. He's now got to the stage where it doesn't affect him as much.
No, that's not true. He hasn't been bitten that many times.
Good morning, Peanut.
Hello, Peanut. And I watched a few of his videos, and I thought,
You might be thinking of a different guy.
yeah. Actually, there was another guy I watched. He was, he has all these spiders, and he was moving a male tarantula from one cage, what we call them, over into where a female was, and the bloody male got on the floor and just started running around over the place, and the guy couldn't catch it quick enough, and it took him ages to catch it, and then he took all the video before he caught it.
Huh?
All because he wanted to breed it, or breed them. He finally got it and put it in with the female, and waited for a while. And when they finished doing what they had to do, the male came back out to the front of the glass to get away from the female, because of course the female eats the male or kills the male.
If you should catch it.
So he got it out quick enough to save it.
Yeah, I watch the Dark Den. He's this guy over there in the Slovakia or somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where he's at. I forget. But he's pretty funny. I like watching him. He's enjoyable to watch. But he's got a bunch of tarantulas, and I also watch Tarantula Cat. She does a bunch of tarantula videos. She's pretty cool.
I watch a lot of animal videos. I think the electric eels, those large ones, man, they can do some damage.
And I watch Tyler Nolan. He's got a bunch of venomous snakes. He's got two of the biggest freaking rattlesnakes I've ever seen. I mean, these things are freaking massive. They're Eastern Diamondback and Canebrake cross mix. They're freaking huge. And I also watch Will Nace. He's got a bunch of exotic animals. He's got foxes. He's got a bunch of.
There's one guy that's pretty popular when it comes to the pythons, and he breeds them. He's always getting the eggs out.
Brian
And these
Barczyk.
snakes are massive.
Brian Barczyk. He's got a zoo up there in Michigan.
I bet you that is, yeah.
The Reptarium.
I still like the venom. I like the feeding part of it. And they just throw a live mouse in there or a rat.
Oh, a lot
And then
of
they do the death stretch.
the guys don't do live feeding. Brian doesn't do. They don't show the live feeding.
Does that make me a sick person?
Well, no. There's channels that do live feeding, but YouTube tends to demonetize them, and they take down their videos.
Yeah, this one guy, I mean, I think that's what he makes his money off of.
I mean, there's channels that do the live feeding, but they don't.
I'm terrible at names, otherwise I'd say it. I don't remember his name.
Well, there was one channel that did it for the glory of, I mean, it was called the Reptile Channel. It was a piece of shit channel. I mean, they were disgusting.
Yeah, this one guy that I must have be following him or something, but very clean, very, goes in there and just treats them like his pets, they're venomous. It just intrigues me.
Yeah, another good one to watch is Kevin McCurley of
Mhm.
Nerd. It's the Nerd Channel, NERD, New England Reptile Distributors. That's where I got Tormund from. He does a lot of monitor breeding. He's a in the industry. He's called the Evil Morph God because he's been doing ball python breeding forever, as long as Brian Barczyk has. I mean, Brian Barczyk has been.
Some of their patterns and the coloring and stuff are just,
Oh,
and
they've got.
and for me to walk out to see a snake, I'd freak out. But long as they're behind the screen and I can watch, I like it.
Oh, if you want to see some amazing snakes, check out Justin Kubelka. He's got some stuff out now that's just, it'll drop your jaw. I mean, just amazing. I mean, he's getting into doing all these genetics. He's got 5 or 6, codoms and recessives and all that. It's amazing what he does with these snakes. They're gorgeous. But yeah, that's Justin Kubelka. He just built himself a huge facility for breeding ball pythons.
I'm trying to look it up right now.
Well, let me see if I can.
Say his last name again.
Kubelka, COYBLKA.
Got it. Yeah, I'm gonna subscribe to it. Check it out.
Make sure it's the right one.
It is. He's a young guy, isn't he?
Yeah, and then I'll put Brian Barczyk's in here.
I like when they're like they're white with like the black and yellow coloring just on the top. It looks like Chinese writing or something.
Well, they got the pieds that are black and white, and some of them got the smiley face emojis on them. And let's see, there's Camp Cannon.
I still like the feedings. Check that out.
Peanut, to answer your question about reptiles eating peanuts, yes, some snakes will have got teeth sharp enough to crack open nut shells, and they will eat them, and so will crocodiles.
No, reptiles do not eat peanuts.
I just looked it up there, Sass, and they stated they do eat nuts. Some of them do eat nuts.
Okay. Here's Tyler Nolan's. He's the guy that's he's got the massive rattlesnakes. And Will Nace. He also does some pretty good photography as well. New England reptile. This is where I got Torment from. Is these guys here. They're the last ones on that list. No.
Okay, Sass and Blue Eyes, I'm jumping off. I'm going to
All
go
right.
watch the TV show. And you two take care. And everybody in chat, have a good evening or good morning, whichever end of the time zone you're on.
Right on. Thanks for coming up. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, mate. It's good to catch up with you. Bye, Blue Eyes.
And here is a place to buy reptiles if you're looking in the market. Morph Market, it's a very good place, very reputable. They're pretty cool. Let's see, we'll look up some monitors. They've got 85 monitors for sale. There's a T positive albino monitor for $3,000.
Can you hear me?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
Oh, they
never mind.
did. I'm sorry.
I thought I was muted.
You probably were.
Hey, Sass. Hey, Blue Eyes.
Hey,
Sorry,
how you doing?
I was looking at another site.
Morning.
But yeah, that Morph Market, that's a good place to look for reptiles if you want, or in a market for one.
Nah, I'll stick with the little furry puppies or whatever.
But those other channels are some of the channels that I watch.
I think my favorite is the poisonous snakes, the feeding device gonna watch. That or the electric eels.
Tyler Nolan and Will Nace, they don't do live feedings with live animals, but they do feedings. Brian Barczyk, he'll do feedings. He's got a big old anaconda that he feeds pigs to and stuff like that. But he's got his zoo where he monitors and snakes of all different shapes and sizes that he goes around. It's pretty interesting. Good morning, Teresa.
Morning, Teresa. I guess as long as they're behind glass, I'm good.
Well, that zoo up there in Michigan that Brian has, you can hold them. You can, he'll actually bring them out for you to hold. They're all tame enough that you can hold them.
Tame. To me, tame and snake just don't go together.
Well, you'd be surprised. You'd really be surprised.
Huh. I guess you have to get over your fear first.
Yeah.
What are you up to, Amen?
Oh, not much. Just getting up, ran, had a coffee, see Sass was on, and decided to pop up and see what was going on. That's about all. I've been in
He's
chat.
selling his goods.
Huh?
He's selling his goods. He's trying.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
Oh, I'm just trying to get people interested in reptiles. I mean,
No, well,
they're cool
Tarquin tried to
creatures.
get me to pet your lizard, and I fell for that one.
Oh, okay. I see.
Don't. Oh my! Don't fall for it.
Someone's got some birds at USAS. Sounds nice.
Yeah, I got the door open. Annabelle was out running around the neighborhood this morning, so I got the door open so she can come in anytime she wants. She's lounging on the back porch, enjoying the morning weather. It's 58 degrees outside, so she's loving it.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, for sure. It'll get around that when later on up here. It's been cold, it's been warm, it's been everywhere. So we still even have the trees. They ain't even got the leaves out on them yet.
Yeah, it was in the 90s yesterday.
Good morning,
Yeah.
no name. No name, no name. Watch out.
But yeah, it was pretty interesting. I give Will Nace a lot of shit during his live stream. I keep telling him that I'm part owner. I live vicariously through his collection with his venomous, because I won't own venomous. I'm smart enough not to own them because shit. If you're gonna own venomous, you might as well have the antivenom on hand. If you're gonna have them, and it's just easier for me to have watch them and live vicariously through them. Good morning, Tarquin.
Good
Right.
afternoon.
Yes, Teresa, I feed him chickens.
And how are you all today?
Wonderful.
Doing good.
I'm fixed to go get another cup of coffee.
I'm drinking Earl Grey.
Nice. I like Earl Grey.
So do I. I drink quite a lot of it.
Except that I got a bunch of it. I just don't have any honey to put in it.
Well, don't put any honey in it.
Ooh. No, I like honey and Earl Grey.
Fair enough. I owned a chameleon for about 5 years. They're fun pets to have.
They're very cool.
They don't colour change like people think they do, but they do colour change.
Yeah. I feel like with the panther chameleons or those, they're quite vivid in their colors.
Yeah, the Madagascar ones. I had a Yemen chameleon. I think
Yeah.
it's called Yemen. Veiled chameleon. It's got a big crest on top of its head.
They're cool.
And they don't have any red pigments in them.
No, they're
Some of
pretty
the
much
panther
big
ones do.
green.
Greens, yellows, bluey, and then black. When it was angry, it went black.
Yeah. Or when it was cold and wanted to warm up.
Yeah. So what got you into wanting to keep a reptile?
I've always had reptiles of some sort,
Okay.
except for when I was working and traveling, and it made it so I couldn't. I mean, I grew up out in the middle, out there in the Mojave Desert, so I always had some kind of reptile around. desert iguana or something.
Yeah, they're quite high maintenance. Well, chameleons are.
And then I had a little chameleon. Then I had two red-tailed boas. That were George and Gracie. They were just about ready to breed. Then I had to move, so I had to get rid of them, which sucked, but they went to a good home.
I've never owned snakes or wanted to own snakes.
But yeah, I could take those guys out, no problem. They never bit anybody. They never bit me. Never showed any signs of defensive nature. No food aggression. Nothing. They were very good snakes.
My chameleon was quite vicious.
Yeah.
Only when you tried to get him out of his vivarium, though. Once you were out, you were fine.
I'm not sure about reptiles, but does all chameleons change color? No.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, to a degree.
Okay.
Like chameleons, they don't do like if you put them on a piece of tartan, they won't change into a piece of tartan. They don't do that. Cuttlefish and octopuses can do that.
Oh, okay.
Octopuses can. Octopuses can blend into wherever they are. They're amazing. But
Sorry,
chameleons
no,
don't change
man.
colour.
No, you're not coming up here. I'm sorry.
So what do you all have planned for today?
I'm waiting for the drama to start off. I tried to get a rumor started, but nobody wanted to start any rumors.
Well, what drama do you want?
I don't know. I'm
I'm
like,
sure it will come up.
I'm sure Tarquin can think of something.
I don't do drama.
I know.
But check out my stream tomorrow. I'll be walking home at some point.
those are always enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, drama free.
Didn't you almost got to do some cop watching this last time too, didn't you?
I did get to do some cop watching, yeah. What did you think of my cop watching style?
Fairly good. You're lucky you were at your house, weren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, outside my house.
Have you heard from Shiva? I've seen him typing.
Yeah, I sent him a text and he replied, so he's fine.
That's good.
That was an entertaining stream, wasn't it?
Yeah, I missed the live one, but I went and watched it. Oh, his drunk stream? No, I didn't watch that.
He didn't.
No, when everybody's talking all at the same time, I can't hear anybody in particular, and it's like, yeah, I can't watch this. So I went on to something else.
It was entertaining. I think I was on the panel for like 5 hours. It was a 9-hour stream or something.
Holy shit. Well, he fell asleep at the end, didn't he?
Did he? I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I seem to remember going back there and tuning it in, and it was just Shiva, and there was just a blank screen or some other people were up there and nobody was on the stream or something. I'm not sure.
No, I didn't watch it to the end. He got very shouty in parts of it.
Did you say later on tonight, Darkman?
No, tomorrow. My
Oh,
stream
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
No set time. It's normally between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. my time. So I don't know what that is. Mid-afternoon for you guys, I guess.
Yeah, but 4 to 5 o'clock.
Something like that.
Of course, the last 2 times it's weird. Shit was breaking off just as you started going live. Crazy shit.
Yeah, the week before when I went live, Anon and Naveen and Teresa did their stream.
Yeah, and then the next week some other crazy shit happened.
I got up to 30 viewers at one point last week, which is good for me. My record's 38. But I'm sure if I got arrested, that'd shoot up.
Holy cow! Everybody
You see,
be
it's
wanting,
all right. It's all
everybody
right.
be wanting the number. You got to
Ah.
call. I could just see them dialing 15 numbers to call over there to England. Need the international number.
I mean, it's all right watching the police drunk, but if they try and interact me with anyway, I can't see it ending well.
They probably win.
They always do.
Well, just let them know, if you can remember, that hey, I'm live streaming to all of them freaking Americans, and they're watching me, and they might call flood you. Ed Ramirez, good morning. Anonymous.
I don't think that would even work.
I always knew Anon was a lizard.
These are my true colors. I just didn't get my mask on yet this morning.
So I wears the anonymous mask.
That's right. Yeah.
What are y'all doing today? It's Sunday.
Today I'll be mostly gardening, Teresa.
Tark, what happens today? You're ahead of us, aren't you?
I don't know. I don't know what happens today.
The
I'm not allowed.
Australians know.
I'm not allowed to tell you anyway. Spoilers.
The Australians know.
Yeah.
They're a whole day ahead of us.
Spoilers, innit? I'm not allowed to tell you.
How come?
It's the law. Time travel law. The rules of time travel. You're not allowed to influence it.
That's a myth.
Have you not watched all the movies?
It's just in the movies.
Well, thanks for having me, Sass. I got company just showed up. We'll talk to you later. Hopefully your stuff gets there soon. I wanna see you when you get that open there, Teresa. See how you like it.
Okay, see you later. Anna.
Later.
See you later.
Hello, Anne. So is Eric Day tomorrow, is it?
What is it? Eric gets sentenced day tomorrow? Is it?
Apparently, yeah.
That's what I hear, yeah.
I do know there is a court date.
Yeah, that's it. That's sentence date.
There's been a few sentencing dates for him, and when the day comes, they continue it. But hopefully, this will be the one.
Well, It was meant to be last time, wasn't it? But oh no, that I'm thinking of. It needs a certain judge to be there. Apparently, is that right?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I just, I kind of follow it from the endpoint because I know a lot of us keep an eye on the actual court hearings, but they haven't been playing them lately. Anyway, they every time they, have a court date, it gets continued, and I think it had something to do with them combining charges and trying to work out I don't know. There's talk that it may be that he's trying to work out a plea deal. So we'll see, I guess, what happens. Hopefully it won't be continued and we'll find out.
That he's pled guilty.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's the sentencing day. Thanks, Tarquin.
Yeah. He's
sorry.
pled guilty to 3 charges to get 8 charges dropped, hasn't
To
he?
his deal. That's right. That's right.
So
I'm
that's
sorry,
his
I'm a
deal.
little behind.
And I think he can get up to 18 years, or he can get probation and house arrest on the low end.
They've been low-ending him on his sentences because I know he did get sentenced on one, and it was like probation or some fine or something.
So
Maybe time served. I know he's done some time in jail, so he's got his time served there.
Yeah, that's why he's hoping for this judge that he had.
Anne knows what happens today. It's already almost 10 o'clock there.
Alex will know.
Alex always knows.
Alex will know. I don't keep up with Eric Brandt too much. He's just got too much going on.
Well, apparently not anymore.
It's finally all condensed. Maybe I can keep up with it now. Apparently not, but I'll try better.
So has there been any drama this weekend? No.
What drama was that?
I don't know. I'm asking, has there been any?
Well, you know what? I saw last night that kid. I can't even think of his name. The one that trolls Rick Barry. Is that his name? Rick Barry? Rick the.
Oh yeah, Jaden.
Yeah, Jaden.
hijacked
I saw
his channel.
hijacked his stream. Yeah, and it's completely terminated now. It's a lot of he was playing some porn I had never seen before with little people.
Yes, midget.
Very small woman. It's a very, very small woman and a very large woman. I don't know if you got a chance to see that little piece.
I did. I watched most of that stream. I'm surprised it took as long as it did to take it down, to be honest.
Me too. I was surprised too.
But while that was happening, Rick was on Emo's panel screeching that they'd stolen his channel.
Huh.
How did they do that, Tarquin? Do you know?
I don't know. He obviously had his password and an email address.
Or maybe a stream key? Does it have something to do with the stream key? I don't know. I guess he has the password. I don't know.
Well, he was actually Rick Berry for that stream, so he obviously had his email and password. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You got to be able to get into one of them. He's now Fort Worth. Nice comment.
Yeah.
A lot of thought.
well, Rick's been streaming for years, and I don't know how many channels he's gone through, but
Yeah, I've seen him go through a few myself just in the time I've kind of watched him.
Yeah, I hear Rick Barry's name, and I have that same comment in Houston, Fort Worth. Ugh.
Oh, it's high, not
Oh,
That's much better, more well thought out.
would you like a greenhouse update, Teresa?
yeah.
I would. I'd like a greenhouse update. Oh boy, pictures.
It might cut off.
It's turning green.
Oh, everything's getting tall.
Yeah.
The ones in that little gray pan are getting tall too.
They're radishes,
little.
big ones. Radishes.
You eat radishes?
Lettuces. Yeah.
Not a fan.
Radishes, lettuces, tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers. They're all in there. Peas.
Man,
And
they
some flowers.
look really good in there. They look like they're growing nicely.
And my rhubarb's just turned into a beast.
Oh wow.
I don't know if you like rhubarb.
Are your strawberries gonna take off this year?
My strawberries are down here. I've jet washed my patio, and Blind Justice did a great job. It's not easy, you know.
That patio looks
They're my
fantastic.
strawberries. They're my
Oh
strawberries.
yeah, looking good.
Some berries?
Looking good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love strawberry rhubarb pie.
But yeah, I jet washed my patio, and that's a bit I haven't jet washed.
You missed a spot.
He got
All
tired.
right.
I give up.
No, I moved the table. My potting table.
You moved the table and you didn't get that spot.
Well, I jet washed and then moved the table.
It looks like you kind of missed part of the house there too.
Uh,
That concrete right below the window there.
oh
You
yeah, I
put,
did.
you put bleach in there
Yeah, the
whenever you jet
table was
wash.
there. The table was there.
You put some
The
you put some
table
bleach
was
in the
there.
water. Do you put bleach in the water when you jet wash?
No, it's just water and a hose.
They
But
sell
yeah,
some stuff that's not so toxic that you can spray that'll clean it pretty good too.
Oh,
I've been
water,
wanting to try.
water works pretty good if you got a pressure washer.
Yeah, water
Yeah.
works great if you have a pressure washer, but that stuff kind of loosens it up. You know, you kind of spray it on and it sits for a minute, and then you can just it just rinses right off.
So yeah, I did that yesterday. So today I'm weeding borders. I've got to thin out my radishes and my lettuces and stuff like that.
Do you have a
Okay.
place in the yard to plant them in the ground, or will you grow them in the greenhouse the whole time?
I've got some boxes. Hold on, let me show you the boxes.
You should get a tortoise. He'd help keep
I've
mow
got
your
some
lawn.
boxes that so I've got some boxes that they've got flowers in right now, but they're going to have radishes and lettuces and carrots.
Ah, perfect.
So
I like that.
they're like raised beds basically. So I just need to take the
What does the
flowers out.
wire? What does the wire do? Is that for the animals, or what is it for?
Right. The wire is to stop the cat using them as litter boxes.
I gotcha. I figured
But-
it was for an animal.
But it's not only that. Once the cat has done its business, then the dog eats it and digs up everything. So it's disgusting.
I have a really good friend that has a beautiful backyard. He's super into landscaping and stuff, and he has a big desert tortoise thing. Turtle.
yeah.
It's not a turtle.
Yeah.
It's a tortoise. So I don't want to call it the wrong name. It's humongous. He's got a pretty big backyard, and he's got that wire around all kinds of stuff too, because the tortoise will want to climb into it, but the turtle, it doesn't stop that turtle. It just climbs over shit. You should see it. It's like a Volkswagen moving through his backyard.
Sounds like a sulcata tortoise.
I think that's the name of it. It's a cicada desert tortoise or something like that.
Bulldozer.
Yeah, they get quite large. They live quite long.
I always say it's the size of a Volkswagen, but it's a really big turtle. It's not that big, obviously, but I mean, it probably weighs more than me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to jump down. I'm going to start my day, Stash. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thanks for coming up. I appreciate it.
Happy
You guys have a
Sunday,
good day.
Happy Sunday.
You too.
Happy Sunday. So what are you doing today, Teresa?
I don't know. I might build some raised beds like you have. Probably nothing. It's Sunday. I'm hoping to do 0.
Well, they're actually supposed to be compost bins, like 4 foot high compost bin. But I split them in half. So one of those should be twice as high, and you're meant to put compost in them. But I just use them to grow stuff in.
Tark, you
And
know what
then
I've been,
got a
you know what
bin.
I've been wanting to get is one of those rain barrels. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
to capture the rain, and then has the hose on the end of it. They sell them at I guess at the Tractor Supply, I think. But it's all set up and everything. It's got it's got an opening at the top of the barrel, and it's got like a screen or whatever. It's got some things on it, and then it's got the hose at the bottom, so it's powered by gravity. You just build something. I guess you can put it up kind of high so the rain will get in it. I have a perfect spot for it too.
Well, you have you got a shed or an outbuilding?
I do.
Because you can put a guttering kit on that feeds into the rain
Yeah,
barrel.
that's what I was thinking. I have a gutter on my house where this giant amount of rain comes off, and I'm thinking that's where I want to put it.
Yeah.
Right in that corner. Nothing happens there because the water comes off the roof and it just annihilates the ground right there. So it'd be
Yeah,
nice to have something to kind of stop it.
my dad kind of has one of those, but it's 5,000 gallons.
Yeah, my mum's got one. I built an eco house with my dad, and they've got a massive rain barrel like that, because to get here in the UK, there's bans like A, B, C, D, E, F for eco houses, and most stuff like that you have, the higher band you get. It's an airtight house with no central heating and triple glazed windows and solar electric and solar hot water panels. It's like grade A plus eco house.
Solar hot water panels. Oh, okay. So it how does, if it doesn't have central heat, how does it stay warm? What's the heating factor in it?
There isn't any. It's an airtight house with triple glazed windows,
Oh, it's airtight.
and there's
I gotcha.
a ventilation system that circulates the air through the house.
Oh, that's pretty nifty.
Hmm.
How many square feet is it?
A lot. It's 4 stories high.
Holy moly. And it's airtight?
Yeah.
Wow.
We had to
They
have a
love
man
those
come
out
round.
here.
We had to have a man come round with his, like a smoke machine, and basically you suck all the air out of the house, and then you go around with this smoke machine, see when there's any leaks anywhere, and yeah.
Holy shit.
That's cool. I never heard of that. Here more towards Lake Charles, but in Louisiana, they have a lot of chemical plants, and they, sometimes have leaks and stuff. They do this thing called shelter in place. I don't know if they have it there in the UK, but it's where you're supposed to go in your house, close all the doors and windows, and turn off the central unit.
Yeah.
Which does, nothing, because I guess if there's some sort of crazy chemical out there that's leaking, it's just going to seep into your house, because obviously your house isn't airtight. But that house would be. That'd be nifty. You'd be safe.
And because it's fully Cat 5 house, so there's like 2 or 3 Cat 5, Cat 6 sockets in every room, and in one of them is a temperature sensor. And because the house is airtight, if you say your bedroom, it's like a constant temperature until a human goes in it, and then you can see the temperature rises in the room because you're giving off body heat, and that increases the temperature in the room. It's weird. Because a body gives off 1 kilowatt of heat, and appliances, fridges, things give off heat. So if you make your house airtight, and I'm talking ultra insulated and triple glazed windows. You don't need
Yeah.
central heating.
And then you'd have to be able to circulate the heat from the top to the bottom, right? There's a way it
that's what
circulates
the
through there.
ventilator
what-
system. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Well, yeah,
They'll-
with
they have a wood burning stove, but that's for heating the hot water only.
Have you ever been in there in the winter? Is it warm?
Yeah, very warm. Very warm.
well, most times, Teresa, I gotta just with the lights and the heating elements that I got in Tormund's Cage, with the place I'm in now, because it's so small, it'll heat this place up quickly. I mean, it didn't.
Yeah.
When we had that cold snap, it was too cold for that. Needed the heater, but you know, like, and if it's like 30 outside, it'll heat this place up to in the 70s without having the heater on. Just with the lights and the heating elements that are in Tormund's Cage.
I bet that
Yeah.
stuff gives off quite a bit of heat as well.
Yeah, I had that when I had my Chameleon. I had a 100-watt light bulb in the top, a heating mat in the bottom, and it gives off a lot of heat.
Well, I've got 350-watt heating elements and 250-watt light bulbs.
I made cornbread last night and it heated up the whole house.
Oh, it smelled good too.
It really did.
I love cornbread.
Me too.
Cornbread and chili. Oh,
Yeah, cornbread and chili. Cornbread goes good with a lot of things, but I like to make it at night and eat it with milk.
yeah. I like it with butter.
Yep. Ross likes it with butter.
Good stuff.
I used to breed Dubai roaches. Do you know the big fridge freezer things?
Those
we
giant
got
roaches that
Dubai roaches, yeah, they're quite big, like 2-3 inches long.
Mhm.
And you know the big the big freezers, fridge freezers. You know, they're like
Yeah.
the ones Emo bought. So that we had that laid on its back, so the doors opened because we needed the insulation, and you need to keep them warm. And the thermostat failed, and it cooked them all.
Oh no. I did some fish that way one time. Some hermit crabs, poor things.
It cooked about 100,000 roaches, like a couple of grand's worth, which I wasn't very happy about.
Smell like a barbecue or
It didn't smell
smelled like-
pretty. Let's put it that
yeah, I was
way.
gonna say it must have smelled like cooked roaches.
Well, were you selling those to the pet shops and stuff around, or?
Yeah.
Do you have to start your community all over again? You have to get you a new male and female.
I gave up.
That was it.
I
I give it up. Fuck roaches.
I gave up.
I'm getting out of the roach business. This is the last straw.
But
Well,
they were amazing. You could put a chicken carcass in there, and an hour later, they'd be gone. They'd
Oh
be
my
stripped to the
goodness.
bone.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Is that-
you can even get beetles in there that'll eat the bone and
Is
stuff
that
like
the ones
that.
that is that the ones that hiss? Those hissing roaches? Giant
they're-
hissing roaches.
No, these are Dubai. I think they're 2-3 inches long. The females.
The dubias, yeah,
Mm.
they're feeder roaches is what they are, because you can gut load them with all kinds of nutrients and stuff like that for reptiles and fish and all kinds
Ro-
of
Yeah, you
The roach
you
business
pre-
is tough.
you preload the roaches with like the vitamins and minerals that the reptiles need. So
Oh,
when
neat.
the reptile eats the roach, they get all the nutrients from that. without having to give them additives.
Oh wow.
So
Wow.
yeah,
And
just like,
they can't climb smooth surfaces,
no,
so
That's why
they
you put
can't.
them in that freezer. Is that why
Yeah.
you put them in that freezer and cooked them?
no, it's not
Oh,
why I
you-
cooked them, but that's why I
They
kept
cook
them in
them
there.
because it got too hot.
I had a big saltwater tank one time, and I couldn't figure out why the heater wasn't heating. But it's because the tank was huge and it was a small heater, and so I turned it up all the way, and I didn't pay attention to it for a couple of days, and then it got really hot. The water got like to, I don't know, 90 degrees or something, and all of the hermit crabs died. It was really sad.
Yes.
They
And did you?
literally come out of their shells and float at the top of the water. It's very, very disturbing.
Did you buy some new ones and start again?
I ended up buying snails instead of the hermit crabs. But I really like the hermit crabs. The only thing I didn't much care for about the hermit crabs is that, they grow sort of fast. And so you got to have shells for them to move into
Mhm.
because they steal other shells.
Yeah.
And so that was a bit of an issue because I didn't realize that when I got them. So I was like constantly looking for shells to put in the bottom of the tank for them to move into.
Yeah.
Where were you getting those from?
Around my house, here and there, people, I didn't know. And back then, it's been a long time ago before, eBay was really popular. I guess eBay was kind of popular. Maybe I had to order some. Yeah, you know what? I think I might have ordered some off of the internet for them. But yeah, they get too big and then they get into other things. So if you had something else down there, well, I've seen pictures and stuff where like even if you have like a Coke bottle lid or something, they'll move into that. But yeah, they were getting too big.
I bet you could 3D print some really cool things for them to live in.
That would be a really neat idea.
Wouldn't you?
That would be cool.
Yeah. See, that's irresponsible pet ownership there.
I was a horrible hermit crab owner. I have to admit.
I'm sure they weren't amused either.
The snails did a lot better.
What kind of snails? The African land snails?
They were just some saltwater snail, I guess. I don't know. They just walked around I don't know what particular kind they were.
They clean the glass and the rocks.
Have you seen the African land snails? They're huge.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, they are huge.
Like, I don't know, grapefruit sized.
That's a big snail.
Over a foot long. Yeah.
Do they eat meat, or are they still just?
Vegetarian.
Fruits and stuff like that.
The snails here are really, really tiny. Really, really tiny snails. I don't ever see any. They're like, smaller than a penny. They're just super tiny little snails. You see slugs around here sometimes.
I've never eaten snails. Have either of you two eaten snails?
I have. I had to eat a snail one time in culinary school.
What did you think of that experience?
It's a snail. Ugh.
But
They cover it in butter and garlic, and they stick it in a mushroom. So you just pop it in your mouth and eat it all at once. The way I ate it wasn't too bad.
But I
Yeah.
like mussels and cockles and things like that. Clams.
I've had clams. The snail.
We have something called a whelk here. Do you know what a whelk is?
Is it like a shrimp?
No, it's a big mollusk that it's I don't know, like the size of an oyster, but not like no. Yeah, whelks. No.
We have crawfish. And I'm trying to think of something else in Louisiana that they eat, but I don't see them eat too much anywhere else.
Anything. They eat anything, don't they?
They eat a lot of stuff here. Yeah, they'll eat a lot of things. Frog legs. Frog legs are real popular.
I've had those. in a French
I
restaurant.
got crawdads too.
Yeah, frog legs are a French thing. I guess that's why they, the Cajuns liked them because, they were French. So they came here and they had huge frogs. I don't know what the frogs look like over there in France, but we got big frogs here.
It just tasted like garlic chicken to me when I had them.
Yeah, they taste like chicken. A lot of people say that. I think it's a cross between like a chicken and an alligator. The taste to me, kind of fishy.
Well, Doofy went live.
Right, I have been given instructions. I have to go.
You have to go to Doofy's panel.
No, I have been given instructions. I have to do stuff.
Yes, do
Adult
honey
stuff.
stuff.
By
Adult
Mrs. Tark.
stuff.
Mrs. Tark.
Yeah, that's the one that gave me the instructions.
Honey stuff.
So, thank you for having me on the panel.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming up.
Not a problem. Goodbye, Chad.
Have a great rest of your Sunday. Let
Thank
us
you.
know what happens.
We'll
So it's
see you
over.
tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Yep, subscribe to Tarquin. He does great walks home. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to end it as well.
Might as well.
So thank you for coming up. Yeah, because I got to cook breakfast. And
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me up.
yeah, I got to tend to his Tormund's humidifier.
You gonna go catch one of those birds that's singing and feed it to him?
No, I got a chicken neck, or a turkey neck, and a baby chick thawing right now.
Hey, I saw a sign at one of the stores I go to. It says baby chicks for sale. I think they're alive though. You want me to pick you up a few?
No, I got plenty.
They're $2.
I mean, if I was going to have a live baby chick, I'd raise them for eggs.
That's true. That's true. All right, I'm gonna jump off.
Yeah, and bug control around the outside of the house.
Trash control too. Sasha, have a great day. Everybody in the chat, have a great day. I'll see you later.
Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. And thanks, chat, for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Check out those channels I checked out earlier, posted, and have a good one.
Bye, everybody.